Bachelor in Paradise, Season 7, finale recap. I have to say, I had fun every episode. I think the season peaked, sadly. I think it peaked when Natasha got, like, jip-japped out. Which is a shame, because it happened kind of a couple of episodes ago. But it just felt like a very sharp decline, because all of a sudden we had to leave Paradise and like it was time to go. And having 2 3-hour finals I think really didn't help with that. It was like we had like the 2-hour episodes twice a week, and then all of a sudden it's like we're running to the base, and it's just like could have done better with the planning. But you know, there was a whole ass hurricane. Ugh. Okay, so we start the episode at the prom. Abby and Noah are, you know, breaking up. She's crying. She's like, I don't understand. And like, I understand why she doesn't understand. She doesn't understand. But it's kind of like, you know, you had equal fault in this. She goes, Noah immediately leaves, and I don't know if he thought that like she was gonna immediately follow, or if they were gonna, like, because they were traveling together, they had to wait for the van to come back for her. But Noah leaves first, and that leaves Abby to slander the hell out of this man, to being just like going back to the group and, you know, telling her side of the story, which of course her side of the story is this man yesterday told me he loved me and then today took me to the side to break up with me. Oh my god, what a scumbag. And it's like, I don't know, Noah's just kind of like, I feel like, you know, we're trying but I'm not getting anything, and it's, I don't want to, you know, do forever on a person and then it's not the person that I love. Which, you know, fair. That's kind of what a whole bunch of people, a whole hang-up is. Noah says, at the end of the day, I just wasn't your person. And I think that shows that Noah has garnered quite a bit of emotional maturity. He's really shown growth. He's really shown growth in a situation where he actually has to peacock for a woman that actually wants him, instead of trying to rally to be one of the many men in whatever order that Tayshia sends home. Seeing this, you know, seeing this thing with Abby and like, you know, Paradise coming to an end really sends Serena into an emotional spiral, and she's just like, and she's like crying so hard, and she's just like, and Joe's just like holding her, and he's just like, you're upset that someone else is getting broken up with, but, you know, cool. Next day, Becca reflects on last night. Everyone's staring pensively at the ocean. And, it's time for the cocktail party. But Wells shows up and is like, have you reflected? And, cancels the cocktail party. We're going directly into a rose ceremony. Everything goes, you know, as you expect it to go, really. Joe, Serena, Riley, Marissa, Kenny, Mari, Thomas, Becca, James, Anna, Aaron, and Tia add in McKenna. This means we're saying goodbye to Noah, Abby, Chelsea, and Natasha. Which sucks that we lost both of our other black queens in the same episode. It really just sucks that this was Natasha's season of The Bachelor, that she got taken on a ride. Because I don't think there's anything wrong with, you know, people not finding love. It's the fact that she had her hopes and her chances dashed by some guy who held no remorse, and then it was the end of the fucking group project, and she's just like scrambling to find love, and she thinks she found someone, and that person takes the first opportunity to run off after someone else. It felt scummy to me. It was not it wasn't scummy that I like dislike Ed. It just felt gross. I didn't love Natasha's run on Paradise. Paradise is officially over. Dean and Kaylin arrived to give us our last speech about, you know, essentially like it's not over if you guys leave together as a couple, but you know, like Bachelor was a success if you found your person. So that's a nice little sentiment that they had a couple that technically wasn't a, you know, get to the end of Paradise and get engaged success story, but they were successful in that they found each other and they're now, you know, being travel Instagram influencers going to Iceland in the middle of a pizzeroni. I mean, if you keep it COVID safe, I don't see why not, but also, bleh. So, we're moving on to Fantasy Suite night. This is what I mean when it feels like it's rushed. It's like all of a sudden they're like, Paradise is over, like, go leave now. In which they managed to make a literal day and a half into, like, 2 days tops, into 3 hours of an episode that normally covers about a week span of time. Kind of impressive. A little impressive. Gotta give them that. That's where it kind of like gets weird for me. So the people split as they go off to essentially announce who, you know, as they decide who's gonna stay with who. We start off with a success. We get Mari and Kenny. They chat. They're like, "Are you sure you want to get married?" And she's like, "Yes." And he goes, "You're 25." She goes, "I want to get married young." And so they're like, winter summer relationship. Let's get going to Fantasy Suites. So, we go to Thomas and Becca, in which Thomas is like, "Baby, have faith in me. I know this is like new, but I really like you and I want to try. I want to make this work. I want us to work out, girl." And she's like, "That's super weird. No man has ever like told me that they like me enough to make it work. What's this? Seems too good to be true." Thomas gives us the most real breakdown I have ever seen in my entire life as he boo-hoo cries over this woman, shirtless in the rain, R&B style. Like, bro was feeling feelings for this woman and she said no. Okay, and she breaks up with him. She, you know, she's like, "I just don't see it." And he's just like, "Girl," just silently reflecting in the car while she's like, "Did I make a mistake? Did I make a mistake?" And does this mean Aaron simply wins and beats Thomas simply by outlasting him by sheer force of will? But I think in technicality they're here for about the same amount of time. Ed takes McKenna over to be like, "Hey, you want to go to the Fantasy Suite? I know we just met, but like maybe." And McKenna's like, "Yeah, I don't think you should. Don't call me. Don't call me anymore." And he's like, "Guys, I got dumped. Leaving." And it's like, yeah, be in good spirits about it. Love that. So they're gone. We get Anna and James, and it's like, she has like this whole lead up where she's like, "I just met a guy that I really like, and guys never like me, and it's like as soon as they realize I like them, they like abandon ship, and I'm tired of feeling like the crazy girl all the time." And you know, I don't have any love for Anna, but I kind of was like, oh, maybe these two dumbasses will end up together. I know I've started, but I normally don't swear on this channel, but like these two idiots are idiots. I know. She's like pouring her heart out and he goes, "Yeah, I don't see this working out outside of Paradise. I'm gonna head out. Bye." She looks so sad inside of the van. And then they go back to James, and James goes over to Aaron. Coming close, camera Megan. He goes over to James and is like, hey man, I broke up with Anna. You looking to go back to the SD with me? This man essentially is like, hey, buddy, friend, oh pal, let's go. And Aaron's like, yeah, just let me break up with Tia real quick. He doesn't even take Tia over to like the area where he can, where it's like he just pulls her to the side and it's like, hey, I gotta go. He essentially is just like, I gotta go, but I wanna get your number though. And she's like, I hate you. And it's kind of in a joking way, but also Tia's here for love and you're fucking with her bag. So it's real as it gets. So we do have one successful leaving together, and that's Aaron. That's Aaron and James. The two broliest bros that ever did bro on the island of paradise. Like, Union boss Aaron and his deputy James, who's just here for him, is kind of intense. Like, at any point, if a woman hadn't picked Aaron, I'm sure James would have dipped. Just been like, finally we get Riley and Marissa. You know, they've been thinking about things, they've been talking about things, they don't want this to end, and they were like, I'd love to take you to this fantasy suite. Aww, they have a moment, it's very cute, it's little... And lastly, we have our main characters of this season, Joe and Serena. They're all giggly and they're really excited and they just like recount their relationship. That's really all Joe knows how to do to be romantic, is recap the relationship back at the person he's just had this relationship with. You know, now the overnights start. Kenny keeps saying that Mari might not be ready, but she seems pretty down. It feels like he is projecting super duper hard onto her about like his own issues with getting married and not anything that like Mari is doing. Joe and Serena is so excited to do like real life stuff with Joe and just like be cute. Marissa and Riley are insta baddie in chief. My mama hasn't even met you yet and I still want to get engaged to you. That's how you know it's real. That's how you know I love you, girl. I ain't never gonna stop loving you, girl. Like, super cute. Mari is so pretty. She deserves everything in the world. She deserves it. She deserves this engagement. She deserves better than Matt James. Everything about her. Great. Stunning. Lovely. Alright, so it's the next morning. Fly in the Neil Diamonds. We didn't have any weird, awkward wake-ups. Everyone seems real happy with one another. A little too much intimacy. Didn't need that. Didn't need that. Look at us. Look at us. Joe and Serena are just like, look at us. Who would have thought? Hello.
No, you don't have to.
Look at us. Oh, look. Oh yeah, I forgot there's like actual stuff in this. Oh! Did I actually take off my center lash? Did I? I don't think so. I think it's fine. If I can't tell, it means it's a good blend. Okay. My goodness, Kenny keeps talking about how nervous he is, which is like, yeah, I guess you'd be nervous if you're getting engaged, but also, post-nut nerves, bad luck for this TV show. They'll exploit the hell out of that. Excuse me. Marissa is worried about Riley having cold feet. She cries about it. That's the only thing about Marissa that, like, as a person looking for a person, I couldn't deal with. She cries at the drop of any hat. You don't come home at the time that you normally come home, and she is boo-hoo crying already. Like, girl. Kenny in his boy band manager uniform contemplates the next step and how much he loves Mari. Riley wears the sheerest shirt God ever did ordain. Oh my goodness. Mari shows up in the most beautiful column dress, and it's got these peonies on it, and it's like, Mari is so gorgeous. I love that. She does her luckiest woman vow speech, whatever you want to call it, when they, you know, proclaim their love for one another. Or just, you know, he gives the I'm so in fucking love with you speech, Kenny does. And we get a proposal. Proposal 1. Cool. Marissa, she comes down, she's nervous. She's ready to spend the rest of forever with Riley. Her highlight is beaming to the goats, even though she's sweaty. I wonder if they ever had to stop, because she goes from like a normal amount of sweaty, because it's hot and on the beach, to glistening when they do the cut in, when it's time for proposal, and it's like, oof, oof. I love Riley's vow. He's like, I've gone from city to city, state to state, and now country to country looking for love, and I found you. My heart. Oh, my heart. My heart. My heart. We get another proposal. Good for them. Yay. So, Serena comes out. She talks to Kaylin and Dean. Everyone talks to Kaylin and Dean. Didn't feel the need to bring it up. But she's talking to Kaylin and Dean, while Joe, who literally never brought a formal item of clothing to the beach, he's wearing t-shirts. He's wearing a t-shirt and like dress shoes to get engaged. Ugh. Ugh. Like, I teased Kenny's boy band manager, but at least he looks fresh to death. And you know Riley's got that drip. But Joe, Joe, sir, be better. So he's sitting up here waiting, and we actually get to take it back to Kenny and Mari, who are watching from the thing post their own shit. And guess who walks out to villain music? Kendall. She's just like, I just needed clarity one last time. Girl, no more closure. You don't get closure. It's done. We're done. I broke up with you. Like, maybe we can be friends. And he just has to be like, you know what, Kendall? I think you're neat. I think you're neat. And that has to be enough. Leave. It had, honestly, he's given her way more than I would have as far as production meddling in my relationships. Like, leave. Leave me alone. I wish to move on with my life. So, Joe walks away from the dais, but, you know, it's like whatever. Kenny and Mari being like, oh my god, he's nervous. He's rethinking. Oh my god, what did she say to make him rethink it? It's like, ugh. You two are good for drama. You know what, we need more Kenny and Mari. Kenny and Mari TV show. We get Serena's speech as she joins him on the dais. Everything's reset. I'm so excited to marry you. I'm excited about life. That's her essentially the through line. Joe's speech has no through line. Fuck. And he just gets down on one knee after recapping the relationship. That's what his speech was recapping the relationship. He does that, and then boop bow, down on one knee. They're engaged. 3 engagements. We had 3 engagements. I feel like we always have someone get cold feet and dip. No. 3 engagements, baby. And I love that for them. We have three couples who leave paradise together. And then we get a supercut of the season, and then we get Where Are They Nows? I didn't write down every Where Are They Now, but the important ones is Abby and Noah did find their way back together. They're dating. And Becca and Thomas are together, which we already knew from sleuthing. So the show says Brendan and Piper are lying low. Bachelor Fantic says they're broken up. So maybe that wasn't Fantic. Maybe that was someone else I found on Twitter. I don't know, but that's a... Aaron and James are living together, roommates forever. That's a Freudian slip. And Mari and Kenneth and Marissa and Riley and Joe and Serena are all happily engaged still. It's only been like 6 weeks since they wrapped up filming, but you know, shit could have gotten squirrely. That was... I hesitate to say that was a good one and that I had like such a great time. I loved the ride up, and the apex of the Natasha Brendan Piper situation, but the down was so steep and not as much fun that I can't say that I had as good a time. I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, it was a great season. It was an okay season. It was a season of Bachelor in Paradise, that's for sure. So, you know me. Yeah, you can follow, comment down below what you thought of this season. Don't forget to subscribe. You can subscribe to me. Like, I see some of y'all watch, some of y'all return. You can subscribe. Be good. Have a fun time. Hang with the ponytail. I mean, you'll want to see my recaps of Michelle's season, which starts in 2 weeks. Now, you can follow me on Twitter at Megan_Blush_ because that's where I don't talk about The Bachelor, but I could if you started talking to me about it. And more importantly than anything else, the best part about following me on Twitter is you can see me retweet things that I'm going to put here in real time. My Bachelor media slideshow, superlatives of memery, because Bachelor Nation is both the best and worst part of this series. Yeah. See you in 2 weeks for Michelle's season. Bye y'all. Bye guys. Bye. Didn't forget. Hold up, because it was so much easier when I had a hard book notebook as we close another season of The Bachelor.